federal government disburses funds to 700 manufacturers and MSMEs. Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited debunks indebtedness of $6.8 billion to international oil traders. A national drug law enforcement agency arrests Vietnam-bound businessman with cocaine. Hello and welcome to the news at 11 on Nta News24. We are live in Abuja. I am Charles Alpha. President Bola Tinubu will Monday, August 19, depart from Abuja for an official trip to France. A statement by Special Advisor to the President, Media and Publicity, Ajuri Ngalale, says the President will return to the country after his brief work stay in France. And the Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Doris Anita, says the federal government, under the Presidential Grant and Loan Scheme, is set to disburse funds to more than 700 manufacturers and MSMEs across the country who have been verified. The minister made this known while presenting checks to beneficiaries in Calabar, Cross River State. Anita says so far 660,320 nano beneficiaries have already received disbursements from the Presidential Loans and Grant Scheme, and reveals that loan disbursements for manufacturers and MSME will commence next month, following the verification of more than 700,000 applications. Governor too of Cross River State, while commending the gesture, says the Presidential Conditional Grant has been a game changer for citizens of the state, as it is revitalizing small businesses and economic prospects. The interactive session provided a platform for open dialogue, fostering collaboration between federal and state governments to drive economic empowerment. With more than 200 billion naira allocated to support growth, employment and prosperity. There has been anxiety and uncertainty among farmers concerning the 2024 rainy season. While some of them are complaining about a sudden cessation of the rains, others are facing heavy rain and floods destroying their farmlands. In this report, Musa Babali reports that takes a look at a situation in the northern parts of the country.
The 2024 rainy season commenced a little late this year, as earlier predicted by meteorologists. The season began in March in the southern parts of the country and in May in the northern region. Farmers took advantage of the weather and planted early as advised. While the farmers were enjoying the weather, hoping to have a good yield at the end of the season, suddenly the rain ceased in some states in the north central, northeast, part of northwest and southwest. The development has created anxiety and state of confusion among farming communities in the affected states. However, the Nigerian Meteorological Agency said what is being experienced is not drought but a dry spell. The dry spell is expected to last for at least 2 to 4 weeks. In Bidda, Niger State, North Central, Muslims led by the Etsunupe seek God's intervention to send down the rain.
And offer general prayers to Almighty Allah. May Allah accept our prayers and grant us very good rain, then that will be beneficial to us, then that will make us achieve our good security, and also pray Almighty Allah to guide our leaders right.
This is coming as other parts of the country are experiencing flooding as a result of heavy rainfall in the month of August. The National Emergency Management Agency said 27 states have been impacted by the flood. It said 227,494 persons have been affected and 32,837 houses damaged, as well as 16,488 hectares of farmlands with crops are also damaged. The end of the season is expected to begin on October 6. It is also anticipated to end around the south-south in the month of December. Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
And in other news, Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has debunked media reports that the company is indebted to international oil traders to the tune of $6.8 billion and that it has not remitted revenues to the Federation account since January, among other allegations. A statement by Olufemi Shoneye, Chief Corporate Communications Officer of NNPC Limited, states that in the oil trading business, transactions are carried out on credit, and so it is normal to owe at one point or the other. But NNPC Limited, through its subsidiary NNPC Trading, has many open trade credit lines from several traders. The company is paying its obligations of related invoices on a first-in, first-out basis. The statement states that it is not correct to say that NNPC Limited has not remitted any money to the Federation account since January, since NNPC Limited and all its subsidiaries remit their taxes to the Federal Inland Revenue Service regularly. This is in addition to payments of CIT to road contractors under the Road Investment Tax Credit Scheme. On the issue of quality and quantity fiscalization of imported petroleum products, NNPC Limited has no role whatsoever, as it is not a regulator. The Nigerian Midstreams and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, which is the relevant regulatory agency in charge of such issues, is an independent body and does not report to the NNPC Limited. Meanwhile, NNPC Limited, in a statement released, says the organization regrets the tightness in fuel supply witnessed in some parts of Lagos and the FCT. The statement by Olufemi Shoneye, Chief Corporate Communications Officer of NNPC Limited, attributes the tightness to distribution challenges. NNPC Limited is urging motorists to shun panic buying, stressing that it is working round the clock with relevant stakeholders to restore normalcy. A Vietnam-bound businessman has been arrested by operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, after he tested positive to ingestion of cocaine. Salwa Khalil Ibrahim reports that during the week under review, 6.2 billion naira worth of codeine bottles were also recovered at an airport.
The 54-year-old suspect was intercepted at the boarding gate of the Abuja airport on Monday, 12th August, after 4 days under excretion observation. He ingested a total of 88 wraps of the illicit drug. He claimed that he was given the cocaine pellet to swallow by a friend for onward delivery to Vietnam for a fee of $2,000. In the same vein, NDLEA officers at the export shed of the Murtala Muhammed International Airport, Ikeja, Lagos, have intercepted a shipment of loud weighing 800 grams concealed in noodles going to Congo. A follow-up operation at the Alaba International Market led to the arrest of the sender of the consignment, who deals in GSM handsets. Meanwhile, a large consignment of loud imported from Canada have been recovered by NDLEA operatives at the Lagos airport. A suspect who arrived with 6 boxes was arrested during a joint examination by the security agencies at the arrival hall. No less than 892,400 bottles of codeine-based syrup worth more than 6 billion naira were recovered in 5 containers shipped from India, while operatives in Niger State on Thursday, 15th August, arrested a suspect in Kontagora town with 28,500 pills of tramadol concealed in loudspeaker. In Abuja, Salwa Khalil Ibrahim, NTA News.
And on security, troops of the 1 Brigade and Sector 1 Joint Task Force Northwest Operation Hadrin Daji under Operation Sahel Sanity, the second half, killed 2 notorious terrorists who had been terrorizing people of Kauranamoda local government area of Zamfara State. This is contained in a statement by the Acting Director of Army Public Relations, Suleiman Omale. In a statement, it states that the gallant troops acting on intelligence swiftly responded to a distress call in the area and engaged the elements in a serious gun duel, effectively killing 2 of the terrorists, with others forced to withdraw in disarray. Consequently, the troops have conducted a mop-up operation in the area, during which they recovered 1 operational motorcycle belonging to the terrorists. The National Youth Service Corps has expelled 54 corps members illegally mobilized by the University of Calabar for national service. Director General NYSC Brigadier General Yushau Ahmed stated this while briefing newsmen in his office in Abuja. Online Kaujo reports.
Time now, the NYSC has been faced with the challenge of some crop-producing institutions giving approval to unqualified graduates to participate in the mandatory 1-year national call to service.
Remain vigilant and proactive in our approach.
But this time around, it is Vice Chancellor, University of Calabar, taking the bull by the horn, reporting suspected cases of illegal mobilization of unqualified graduates from the institution to the NYSC.
So all this lies on the integrity of the institutions and the Vice Chancellor's concerned. You understand? That's why I said we must all give applause to the Vice Chancellor of University of Calabar.
While noting that the affected corps members will be prosecuted, the NYSC Director General says 19 other individuals who attempted to register online for mobilization were prevented from doing so.
We have blocked them in our system. Their names will be published as well, so that everybody will see them. There are 19 of them. So we have 54 serving corps members in various states. These 54 we have communicated to all our state coordinators. They too, they have already been demobilized.
This is coming after the NYSC invalidated 101 certificates of national service earlier, bringing the total number of affected certificates to 178. Olainka Ojo, NTA News.
This is the news at 11 on Nta News24. Stay with us. More stories ahead, please.
Nta News24 has the sole mandate of bringing news to you anywhere and everywhere.
We set standards based on current broadcast realities while consolidating on a wider reach to variety of audiences.
We go beyond the screaming headlines to verify, interrogate, and accommodate all shades of opinion without prejudice to national interest.
Thank you for staying with us. Secretary to the Federation, George Akume, has extolled the NKST Universal Reformed Christian Church for its doggedness on evangelical mission anchored on love and human resources development over the years. This was at a service Thanksgiving organized by the church in his honor. In recognition of his selflessness and dedication in serving the country over the years, Kenneth Nanim reports that the SGF urges the church to remain focused in the face of the current socio-economic challenges.
Sunday services across the Christian denominations are usually lively, but something seems unique here at the NKST Universal Reformed Christian Church, Abuja. The worshippers seem to be in high spirits in anticipation of their guest arrival. Eventually, the moment arrives. This one welcome seems to have awakened nostalgic feelings in the SGF, and he has a duty to recognize as many that seek his attention. He knows virtually everyone here by name, not because they are his kinsmen and cronies, but his affection for the common man has proven him to be a grassroots personality. It is therefore not surprising that the church decided to illustrate the saying, "Give honor to whom honor is due." In this way, his contributions to the propagation of the gospel and growth of the society at large is being recognized. The love showered on him by the church speaks louder than voice. The SGF reciprocates. Speaking in vernacular, he eulogizes effort by the church in building schools and other social institutions for human resources development across the nation, as some of the beneficiaries of such gestures, he says, are already contributing meaningfully to the socio-economic development of the nation. This, he says, is in line with the message of the day taken from the book of Matthew 22 verse 36 through 40, which summarizes the commandment by Jesus Christ for man to love God and his neighbor. The secretary to the government of the Federation, George Akume, was accompanied by his wife and other dignitaries. Kenneth Nanim, Nta News.
The Asagban Council has announced the selection of Professor Epiphany Azinge, a professor of law, as the 14th Asagba of Asagba. Traditional rites and all other coronation activities for his enthronement commences immediately. Now, the national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, has disclaimed the poster currently circulating on social media suggesting he is contesting for the presidency in 2027 with Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma as his running mate. In a statement signed by his chief press secretary, Edwin Olofu, described the entire information as a false and malicious piece of fake news fabricated by opposition. Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje says he remains unwaveringly loyal to President Tinubu and is fully committed to supporting the president's visions and leadership in his tireless efforts to put the nation on the right trajectory towards greater prosperity and unity, and urge the public to dispel the gimmicks. The People's Democratic Party has emerged victorious from the People's Democratic Party has emerged victorious from the entire 20 local government area election in Bauchi State. Now, announcing the results in his office, chairman of the State Independent Electoral Commission, Ahmad Makama, said only 3 councils were not won by the PDP in the just concluded election. Muazu Hassan reports.
7 number of political parties participated in the local government election of Bauchi State, which include the leading People's Democratic Party (PDP) in the state and major opposition party of the All Progressive Congress (APC).
Chinede Ward, the councillor that emerged victorious is from the APM. In Darzo local government, there is also a councillor that emerged from the AAC party. In Das local government, there is also a councillor from YYP. These are the 3 councillors that emerged from different political parties.
Though the forum of some observers expressed satisfaction with the election conduct, some voters said there was a delay in some polling units up to 1 p.m. while the election was not even held in other polling units.
If eventually they went and announced that PDP won or somebody won, we will come out and tell them. We will come out and tell the people that there is no election in Bauchi State.
From where we've gone so far, I think the place is calm, and especially this particular polling unit, we saw that a lot of people came out actually, and the polls started as early as after 8.
Only 3 councillors have won under other participating political parties in the election, with major opposition party in the state having nil. In Bauchi, Muaz Hassan, Nta News.
National Defense College is assuring Nigerians of maintaining excellence while producing senior officers that will impact national security positively in both national and international assignments. The college commandant, Rear Admiral Olumuyiwa Moronkiyu Olotu, was speaking at an interdenominational church service at the college premises in Abuja as part of activities marking NDC Course 32 graduation. Olushia Diagbo has the details.
The National Defense College Commandant, there leading the staff and participants of the Course 32 graduation to a Thanksgiving following the completion of an 11-month course full of rigorous activities.
Because only in God that saw us through, not just about the resources, but God Himself.
Because they all saw Him and were terrified. Immediately He spoke to them and said, "Take courage, it is I, don't be afraid."
Scriptural readings, special prayers for Nigeria and Nigerians, leadership of the nation and the college, as well as soul-lifting songs from the women choir in appreciation of God's faithfulness throughout their course period.
The greatest need of the moment is the needed men.
In his sermon titled The Need of the Moment, the college protesting chaplain explains that challenges facing the nation are surmountable with cooperation and determination, while Rear Admiral Olumuyiwa Olotu wants graduates to put God first in their post-college engagements.
We give all the glory to God because He alone has been our sustenance. Well, as they depart from the college, they must continue to hold on to God in their exercise of leadership. They must always remember that action is needed. They must act. It's not enough to have all the knowledge, which of course they've gained here in the college. It's not enough, to keep, seeking ways of improvement. But we must act. The little we do will mean a lot at the end of the day.
111 senior officers, 19 of them from outside the country, formed the participants of the NDC Course 32 graduation. In Abuja, Olusheye Diagbo, Nta News.
And this is the news at 11 on Nta News24. Here now is a quick look at some of our major stories. The federal government disburses funds to 700 manufacturers and MSMEs. Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited debunks indebtedness of 6.8 billion naira to international oil traders. A National Drug Law Enforcement Agency arrests Vietnam-bound businessman with cocaine.
This is Nta News24.
And this is where we close. Many thanks for watching. I am Charles Alpha.